et ce sera pour les Anglais. Donc, très bien.
Okay, good evening everybody. Welcome to the press conference. Paul Pogba will take your questions if you'd like to raise your hand.
Yeah.
Paul, Jose was saying the other week that joked that you've got a record of the post because you were going to hit the woodwork so much this season. Do you feel the number of times you hit the woodwork and the number of times you play balls through, great balls that haven't been finished, that you are very close to being sort of a game changer for this team, but it's just not quite worked out this season so far?
Yeah, it's true. It's true that I had a lot of chances and it didn't happen. But like I say, it's football. I always say it's football. Once you get in and once it doesn't, you know. But we keep trying, we keep playing, we keep training hard to make it happen. And that's why we love football, because we're trying and we always want to do more. So yeah, that's life, that's football.
La question était, tu es toujours très près de changer le match, tu arrives très près du but, mais tu n'y arrives pas tout le temps. Et la question était, c'est le foot, on essaie de faire de notre mieux, on fait de son mieux, et voilà, c'est ça qu'on aime, toujours essayer d'atteindre son but et d'y arriver.
Paul, there's been a huge amount of expectation around you this season, coming back to Manchester United for such a big fee as well. How would you assess your form and the way you adapted back in the Premier League in your first season back at Manchester United?
Like I said before, I feel great, to be honest. You know, we won 2 trophies. Me, I won 1 personally for the moment. And obviously I want to do better. We always can do better. But for me, I can say I'm doing good. The team's doing good. And we're looking forward as well to win Europa League. We're gonna fight for the top 4. So yeah, for myself, you know, like I said before, I even forget about the transfer fee. You know, now it's a long time now in the past. It's all the past now. I'm thinking about the pitch. I think about myself doing good on the pitch, doing good for the team, and that's it.
La question était, il y avait une grande attente de toi, on attendait beaucoup de toi ici à Manchester. Quelle est ton opinion là-dessus? Moi, je me sens ici très bien, je veux toujours m'améliorer. Et l'équipe va bien, moi aussi je vais très bien. Et nous voulons gagner l'Europa League, c'est pour ça que nous nous battons. Je ne pense pas trop à la somme du transfert qui a été utilisée cet été. Moi je veux montrer sur le terrain et je veux jouer donc sur le terrain et montrer ce que je vaux.
You've obviously seen Anderlecht playing in the session. Do you think that Kipchir's under Wing and Third are good and are a threat for Manchester United?
Obviously, the Anderlecht, they're in quarterfinal. They came here not to play. They are here not to play a friendly game. They're here to come and beat us. So we have the same objective: is to win the Europa League. So that's why we're playing. We don't want to let them go through. We want to go through.
La question était sur Kipchou et les Stankou, les joueurs. Vous les avez vus jouer, évoluer avec l'équipe d'Anderlecht. Oui, on a vu que Anderlecht est une très bonne équipe et c'est une équipe qui veut se battre et qui veut gagner aussi l'Europa League, tout comme nous. Donc on veut se battre pour passer le prochain tour.
Oh, do you wear contact lenses on the pitch?
No. No. You like it? You like it?
That's fine. And also, do you think you've tried maybe too hard to do too much on the pitch to sort of live up to the transfer fee and the expectation that there was at Manchester United when you came back?
No, I think the people's looking at me and they judge me for some things like not scoring goals and stuff like this. But if the chance I had and I was scoring goals, I think the person wouldn't talk like this. But like I say, it's football. The transfer is something else. On the pitch is something else. on the stats, on everything, you know, what I'm doing a job. Like, I'm a midfield player, and people think sometimes I'm an attacking player. When I do some assists to people and we don't score, like, it can happen. Nobody talks about this, you know, but it's fine because they want me to score goals because of the mountain of the transfer. But me, I don't think about this. I think people looking at me like, oh, Pogba should score goals, Pogba should do this. I think you putting me like as a striker, defender, and midfielder, but I just have to do my job. My job is to make the game. Sometimes if I can make the team win, I will do it. But my job is to do a midfielder, make the game, do some assists and everything. But like I said, if I was scoring the goals, all the crossbar, I don't think the people would speak like this. But like I say, it's football and we just enjoy it, we love it, it's fine.
La première question était sur les lentilles de contact, s'il les porte sur le terrain. La réponse était non, donc il les porte pas sur le terrain. L'autre question était l'attente, en fait, à cause de ce transfert immense, la Somme, les gens attendent beaucoup de lui, attendaient beaucoup plus de lui. Qu'est-ce qu'il a à répondre là-dessus? Ben voilà, oui, c'est vrai que les gens attendent beaucoup de choses de moi, peut-être plus de choses que je pourrais donner. Par exemple, on attend de moi que je marque beaucoup de buts, tandis que moi je suis un milieu de terrain, donc moi j'aime bien, je donne des assists, je défends aussi, donc mais on attend de moi de marquer des buts, de défendre, de faire un peu tout. Ça c'est pas très très facile de tout faire sur un terrain. Je fais de mon mieux, j'essaie de m'améliorer, et si je marquais des buts tout le temps, ben là il y aurait peut-être pas eu de problème. Mais maintenant tout le monde est focusé là-dessus. Pourquoi je ne marque pas assez de buts? Mais bon, je ne suis pas non plus attaquant.
Jamie, well, you almost had a taste of the Premier League the first time you were at Manchester United. It was 4 or 5 years ago. Has anything surprised you about the Premier League and returning? Is it maybe a bit quicker, more physical than you remembered?
It's like I said, and I already say that in Italy it's more tactic. We score less goals, but in England it's goals and attack. Like you can see the Premier League is very difficult. It's very difficult to win it. All the top 5, it's very close. The top 2, they are very close. They are fighting to each other. It's until the end. So the Premier League is very testy. You don't know what's going to happen. You know, last game Arsenal lost 3-0 against Crystal Palace. You know, nobody would expect that. So Premier League is something that you cannot predict.
La question était que tu avais goûté à la Première Ligue il y a 4 ou 5 ans. Qu'est-ce qui a changé? Comment tu vois les choses maintenant que tu es retourné dans la Première Ligue? La Première Ligue est un championnat très très difficile. En Italie, c'était plus tactique que dans la Première Ligue. Ici, en Première Ligue, il faut se battre jusqu'au dernier match. On ne sait jamais ce qui va se passer. C'est très imprévisible jusqu'à la fin pour voir qui va gagner le championnat.
Paul, est-ce que Romelu Lukaku t'a un peu parlé d'Anderlecht, et est-ce qu'il t'a parlé par exemple de Yuri Tielemans, qui est peut-être le Paul Pogba d'Anderlecht?
Non, on a parlé d'Anderlecht du match, mais in English or in French?
Français.
On n'a pas parlé du match spécialement, mais comme je sais que Romelu jouait à Anderlecht, il m'a juste demandé s'il avait besoin de tickets. Alors c'est tout. Non, c'est tout. On n'a pas parlé de foot spécialement, mais moi personnellement, je connais déjà certains joueurs d'Anderlecht.
Qui ça?
Il y a Chimpong, déjà, que j'ai joué contre lui. On dit en français Tielemans, le milieu de terrain, qui est un jeune talent que je connaissais aussi. Donc, Stansu, le Romain, qu'on connaît. Après, le reste, je ne connais pas trop personnellement, je ne connais pas trop comment il joue, mais on a regardé les vidéos et voilà, mais sinon on connaît quelques joueurs.
The question was, did Romelu Lukaku talk about Anderlecht? Did you have a chat about it and about, for instance, Tielemans, which is compared as the Pogba of Anderlecht? The answer is no. We didn't actually talk a lot about Anderlecht and about the team, about the players. But it's true that I know some of the players, and we also checked out the team of Anderlecht very well, how they play. I know, for instance, Achampong, Tielemans, Stanchu, and we know that the Anderlecht has good players.
Paul, you played in a Champions League final for Juventus. How important is it for you personally to get back into that competition next season, either through Europa League or Premier League?
And that question is very good because I came to Manchester United to do a big challenge. And the challenge is to go back to the basics. And I think Manchester United, the basics thing, the thing that it's normal for them, for a big club like Manchester United to play Champions League. You have the chance, we have everything to do it. We have the manager, we have the staff, we have the players. And I think we have the mentality. And we have to go back to the Champions League. That's the objective, that's the big one. Yeah.
Donc la question était, tu as joué la Champions League avec la Juventus. Est-ce que c'est important pour toi de rejouer en Champions League? Oui, bien sûr. C'est vrai que j'ai joué avec la Juve. Je suis venu ici, donc à Manchester, pour prendre ce challenge et ramener l'équipe à jouer dans la Champions League où c'est la compétition dont Manchester doit jouer avec les joueurs qu'on a, le manager et tout le staff. Donc nous sommes une équipe qui devrions jouer en Champions League.
Paul, and we've got last three there.
Paul, a couple of months ago, Rio Ferdinand criticised yourself and Jesse Lingard for putting a video on Instagram of you dancing in the dressing room. They said you can't do that when you're sixth in the league, Rio. How did you react to that, and do you think it's a fair criticism?
What is in the pitch is in the pitch, and what's outside the pitch is outside the pitch. You know, I'm someone who loves to, I love life. I'm someone who like to dance and do things like this. I don't think it doesn't affect me on the pitch, to be honest. You know, what's on the pitch, then after I can switch on and be focused on the pitch. But the point, when you're in a big club like Manchester United, like I said again, they wouldn't do this, but like he said as well, the time is different. Before you wouldn't do this, and now you do it. An example in America, the basketball player, you know, you listen to music, you're in your world, and they practice. So for me, it's like just dancing, enjoying life with Jesse Lingard, and it doesn't affect me. When I'm on the pitch, I'm serious, I'm focused, and I want to win. So I took it as an advice because it's a big club and everything. But I spoke with him, and he told me like what he wanted, like what he meant. And they say it's different generation. It's nothing bad.
La question était il y a quelques mois, Rio Ferdinand t'a critiqué parce que tu étais en train de danser dans les vestiaires et pendant que l'équipe était 6e dans le championnat. Et il trouvait que c'était pas très approprié. Bah oui, la réponse est que moi j'aime danser, j'aime m'amuser et je peux être très sérieux au moment où il faut être sérieux, par exemple sur le terrain. C'est vrai qu'on est une génération différente, chacun essaie de se détendre de sa manière. Moi c'est la musique et la danse, mais quand je dois être sérieux, je suis sérieux.
Rob, and then the last two.
Paul, you mentioned about the importance of the Champions League. Did it bother you at all in the summer that you were joining a team that weren't in the Champions League? And do you think it will bother the players that the manager tries to buy in the summer that if you don't qualify for the Champions League this time, they might not want to come in?
Can you say it again? Sorry.
Did it bother you at all in the summer that you were joining a team that weren't in the Champions League? And do you think it will bother the players that United might try and sign this summer if you don't qualify for the Champions League this season?
First of all, when I signed here, I knew I would play Europa League, so it wasn't a problem. Like I said, I came here to do a big challenge. And the challenge is to go back to the Champions League, and the player knows that. So if we can help the team buying players, I don't think myself, it wouldn't be a problem for myself, you know, because we want to do big things. And to do big things, you need big players too. So I think it will be even good to have big players around, big players with us, to go and and do that challenge. So for me, for myself personally, it's not a problem.
La question était, est-ce que tu as été embêté de venir à Manchester et de ne pas jouer la Champions League? La réponse est que oui, je savais en venant à Manchester que je n'allais pas jouer la Champions League, mais je voulais prendre ce challenge, moi et les autres joueurs, afin d'atteindre notre but. Et le but, c'est de gagner un titre ou bien pour jouer la Champions League l'année prochaine.
Paul, tu es régulièrement associé à Marwan Fellaini dans l'entrejeu. Comment se passe votre collaboration sur le terrain et votre entente en dehors?
Avec Marwan, on s'entend très très bien. C'est une personne déjà en dehors du terrain qui est géniale, qui me donne beaucoup de conseils. C'est, on va dire, un peu le grand frère. C'est une personne qui a aussi de l'expérience, qui a joué aussi en Première Ligue. Donc quand il y a des matchs, par exemple Liverpool, il m'a parlé comment ça se passait parce que c'est des derbies et qui a beaucoup d'expérience quand même en Première Ligue. Et sur le terrain, c'est une personne qui a beaucoup d'envie, qui se donne toujours à fond, que ce soit en entraînement ou en match. C'est une personne que tu as envie de travailler avec et qui te fait progresser à chaque fois.
The question was, you are associated with Marwan Fellaini. What do you say about it? Yes, it's true that we go along very good together. He's a player with a big experience in the Premier League, and he's like a big brother to me. And he always gives his best on the pitch, and he helps me a lot to get my experience in the Premier League.
Last question there, James.
Hi, Paul. I'll try again. The manager talks about winning this competition and the belief in the squad that can do that. And you talked about the unpredictability of the Premier League. Is it going to be an easier task to win the Europa League than maybe finishing in the top four?
But the best thing would be to do both, you know, and for sure I think we can do both. We can do both. We have the quality. We have everything to do it, and but it's all about us. We are our own enemy, so I think we can do it. We have just to be focused and work hard like we do.
La question était est-ce que c'est plus facile en fait de gagner l'Europa League que d'arriver au top 4 de la Première Ligue? Qu'est-ce que vous préférez ou qu'est-ce que vous allez gagner des deux? Nous on veut les deux, on veut aussi bien donc l'Europa League que de finir dans les 4 premiers. C'est vrai que c'est très difficile, mais bon, c'est ce qu'on va faire.
Okay, thanks everybody. We're out of time, sorry.
Thank you.